Hello and welcome back to Newhouse Esports Update, and happy holidays to all who celebrate. Last week, we took a look at first-person shooters, the most popular genre for video games in the esports world. Now this week, we'll be looking at the third-person shooter, another prominent genre of video games that has some resemblance to the first-person shooter, but has some key differences. So strap in as we dive into the world of third-person shooters in the esports world. A third-person shooter is very similar to a first-person shooter. However, your perspective is not through your character's eyes, but rather it is over the shoulder of the person you are controlling. This approach allows you to see the character as they are fighting or interacting with the world around them. Third-person shooters trades the immersiveness and personal connectiveness of the first-person shooter and replaces them with the ability to see the whole character and what their interactions are like with other people. This includes body language, social interactions, and even cosmetic features that you may want to put on or take off depending on what situation you're in. Maybe you want to be identified in a crowd because of your unique clothing, or you want to stay undercover as a spy and not be noticed. The ability to see your character as well as interact with the world around you allows players to see what their character is doing from a narrative standpoint instead of a personal standpoint. The first third-person shooter started in 1981 with Atari's Tempest, an arcade game along with Space Harrier and Contra. These are generally two-dimensional games, where three-dimensional games came along much later with the development of computer graphics and software. In the late 90s, three-dimensional graphics really started to hit the market, as games like Prince of Persia and the Resident Evil franchise started to come out and gain a lot of success. One of the biggest franchises, however, was Metal Gear Solid, a stealth-based game where you control the character Snake as he infiltrates various enemy bases and uses stealth, diversions, and every now and then combat if it's absolutely necessary to complete military operations with as little combat as possible. Now, a lot of these titles that came out in the 90s were single-player games, as the internet hadn't been integrated into video games quite yet. However, when the internet was integrated, that's when games really started to take off in the third-person shooter genre. However, the real kickoff of third-person shooters came with the introduction of the Battle Royale game format. A Battle Royale is a subgenre of video game where tons of players occupy a single map and fight against one another in a fight to the death for one person to remain standing. The success of the Battle Royale was kicked off by two major games in particular, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite Battle Royale. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG as it is commonly known, quickly kind of faded into obscurity after about a year and a half. Fortnite, on the other hand, gained massive amounts of traction and has become an international success, spawning tons of merchandise and competitions, and has a wide age range of players from young kids in middle school all the way to adults. Now me, I haven't played a lot of Fortnite, so I'm not the greatest at the game. Let's see just how bad I am. Welcome back to the computer, everyone. So for the third-person shooter example I'll be providing for you today, I'm going to be playing some Fortnite Battle Royale. So Fortnite is the most popular Battle Royale in the world, and it has really taken culture by storm ever since its release back in the late 2010s, and it has incorporated tons of pop culture and TV show, movie characters and abilities, a whole lot of stuff. I haven't played in quite a long time, so let's just see how I do, and hopefully I can get a win for you guys. Who knows? Alright, here we are on the battle bus, ready to go. We have to drop onto this large map somewhere. I'm going to wait a little bit. Let's see what the map looks like. I'm going to go here. That looks kind of fun. Actually, a little bit closer. So I'm going to drop here. And you start with nothing. You only start with this pickaxe and a little bit of resources, but essentially what you have to do is you have to try to gain resources by finding different guns or building resources, potions, grenades, pretty much anything that'll give you a tactical advantage while also trying to stay alive as long as possible. So what I'm trying to do here is, let's see what's in or on the top of this. All right, nothing much here. There it is. So the storm is this big purple area that slowly shrinks over time. So as you can see, I'm on the very edge of this storm. And as it progressively shrinks, the area will get smaller and smaller to the point where it's basically impossible for someone to stay where they are. So it encourages some quick thinking, some quick shooting. All right, let's see. Is this slightly better? The hall was. Okay. Got him! There we go. Alright, do we really want anything? No, I'm good. Okay, he's building walls. Oh, I missed. Got him. Whew. Doing all right for myself. Oh, there you are! Oh, there it is. Taken down. 13th place. Not bad. By somehow Gwen Stacy from Into the Spider-Verse. Alright, there you go. This is an absolutely incredible game. Whew! Ooh. Yeah. That did not go nearly as well. I was way too far away, picked a bad spot, and only 60th that time, so... Hey, can't win them all. So that's Fortnite Battle Royale. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It is a very fun game. And you can also play with a whole bunch of other people. You can play doubles, you can play squads of up to 4. It's a pretty particular fun one to play with friends. I know a lot of people that play it. Yeah, so back to me in the chair for a little bit more on third-person shooters. Hey, could have been better, could have been worse, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. Now, like I said earlier, Fortnite is by far the largest third-person shooter genre and battle royale in the mainstream market, and that includes esports. The prize pools for the singles, doubles, and 4-man squad battles of this game are incredibly high, with players walking away with millions of dollars in international tournaments. This has led to 16-year-old kids winning millions of dollars in Fortnite tournaments, meaning that anyone can win and anyone can play. And that really is the magic about video games. You can play them casually or competitively and still have a great time doing so. That's all for today's episode of Newhouse Esports Update. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all who celebrate, and we'll see you next week.